Appeal to people's self-interest rather than their mercy or gratitude. Open the corridors of power, where we dig into one of the most intriguing laws penned by Robert Greene, the 13th law of power. Imagine a world where you can navigate effortlessly, influencing others not through appeals to their sympathies, but by understanding their motivations. A world where you're not just a player, but a strategist in the great game of power. This is the realm that the 13th law of power invites us into. In our personal and professional lives, understanding and utilizing this law can be the difference between being a pawn and becoming a player. The 13th law of power is a tool, a guide, a key that unlocks doors to influence and control. So, ready to dive into this captivating world of power dynamics? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery of the 13th law of power. The 13th law of power states, when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. Delving into the depths of this law, we find that it's all about manipulating human nature to our advantage. People are by nature self-interested creatures. When we need assistance, it's often more effective to appeal to this inherent self-interest, rather than relying on the unpredictable whims of mercy or gratitude. Imagine this. You're a young entrepreneur looking for investors for your startup. Instead of begging for their mercy or thanking them profusely for their time, you present your business as an opportunity for them to multiply their wealth. You're not asking for a favor, you're offering a mutually beneficial proposition. This law is not about deception, but rather it's about understanding and leveraging human nature. It's about realizing that people are more likely to act in your favor if they perceive a benefit to themselves in doing so. Take, for instance, the story of Andrew Carnegie, the steel magnate. Carnegie didn't become the second richest man in history by hoping people would act out of kindness. He became a titan of industry by making sure that every deal, every partnership, every negotiation he entered into was seen as beneficial for all parties involved. He appealed to people's self-interest, and in doing so he amassed a fortune. Or consider the case of Eleanor Roosevelt. As First Lady, she didn't rely on her husband's power to make a difference. Instead, she used her position to appeal to the self-interest of those around her, advocating for policies that would benefit them directly. By doing so, she was able to push for significant social changes, leaving a legacy that still resonates today. These stories illustrate the power of the 13th law. It's a law that can be applied in virtually any situation, from the boardroom to the living room, from politics to personal relationships. Every law has its exceptions, and the 13th law of power is no exception. This law, as you may recall, advises us to appeal to people's self-interest rather than to their mercy or gratitude. It's a powerful strategy, but it's not without its limitations. Let's delve into the reversal of this law. There are times when the 13th law may not apply or may even backfire. It's crucial to understand these exceptions, as misusing the law can lead to unintended consequences. Consider an instance where you're dealing with individuals who are highly principled or altruistic. They may value virtues like compassion, generosity, and fairness over their self-interest. In such cases, appealing to their self-interest might come across as manipulative or selfish, thus damaging your relationship with them. Or imagine a scenario where you're part of a close-knit team or community. Employing the 13th law in such a setting might create an atmosphere of suspicion and undermine the sense of camaraderie. It could foster a culture of individualism over collective effort, which may not be beneficial in the long run. Another situation where the 13th law could work against you is when you're dealing with people who have a strong sense of duty or obligation. These individuals might commit to actions out of a sense of responsibility or honor rather than self-interest. If you disregard these values and focus solely on their self-interest, you might alienate them or come across as inconsiderate. Finally, remember that people are complex beings with a wide range of motivations. Not everyone is primarily driven by self-interest. Some people are motivated by love, curiosity, passion, or a sense of purpose. Ignoring these other motivations and focusing solely on self-interest can limit your influence and effectiveness. So, while the 13th law of power can be a powerful tool, it should always be used with caution. It's not a one-size-fits-all strategy, but a nuanced approach that requires a deep understanding of human nature and the context in which you're operating. So, while the 13th law of power can be a powerful tool, it should always be used with caution. The 13th law of power, like all laws, requires balance. The scales of power must never tip too far in one direction, for that is the path to ruin. This law, like a fine instrument, must be played with precision and finesse. It's crucial to understand that exercising power without consideration or restraint can lead to dire consequences. We must tread the delicate line between command and empathy, between influence and manipulation. The 13th law is not a tool for domination, but a guide to navigate the intricate dance of authority. It's about understanding the dynamics of power and using it to build, not destroy. The art of power is in knowing when to step forward and when to fall back. It's about knowing when to lead and when to follow. It's about strength, yes, but also about humility. About understanding that true power lies in balance. Remember, power is a double-edged sword. Use it wisely. In conclusion, the 13th law of power can be a powerful tool when used with care and understanding. To recap, we've delved into the paradox of power and unveiled the intricacies of the 13th law. We've uncovered its reversal and how it can flip the balance of power, and we've examined the delicate equilibrium that must be maintained when wielding this law. The 13th law is not just about gaining power, but about knowing when to use it and when to hold it back. It's a dance of subtlety and strategy, a delicate balance between assertion and restraint. Understanding this law and its reversal can provide you with a robust toolset for navigating the complexities of leadership and influence. So delve deeper, ponder, and apply it with wisdom. Please comment on any thoughts, experiences, or useful information you'd like to share. Thanks for watching. Be sure to now like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of all our future posts. Want to see more content like this? Support us on Patreon by clicking the link below.